Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hi guys. Well, it's new wheel time. It's let's see, what is today? It's December 30th, almost 2024, bringing in the new year with a new wheel. And first, a huge shout out to Jason at EWheels. Thanks again, Jason, for your support over all the years, if you happen to be watching this. As you know from the title of the video, this is the new KingSong S16 Pro. Now, as you can see, I have an S22, not the Pro, but just this is the original S22. And I have to admit, I've been a bit out of touch with KingSong this last year. I didn't really follow closely the S19 that came out because to me it seemed so similar to this, and I don't know, and I almost totally missed the 16 and now this 16 Pro. But I've been looking at it, and if you want all the details, strongly encourage you to go to EWheels website. There'll be a link in the description below. Jason has a really thorough write-up on this wheel, which is obviously strongly based on the S16. I hate to admit this, but I don't think I've ridden this wheel in 10 to 11 months. I have some 3D printed sliders in here, which started failing on me after just 50 miles of riding with it. New wheels came out last year. I broke my ankle. I was out of the game for a few months, this and that, and I've been meaning to install some CNC sliders, some amazing sliders I have, and I hope to get to that soon. Maybe this wheel will motivate me, because it uses, apparently, according to the website, their 5th generation of slider design. So I'm pretty open-minded about this wheel. I'm not sure what to expect. Of course, I've checked out the website, so I have a sense of it. This box, by the way, says that it's the S16, but there is a hand note on here that says it's the Pro inside here. And my understanding, the big difference between this and the S16 is that it has a bigger, stronger motor, 3,000 watts versus 2,800. It's got the same battery. It has 50S batteries. What I meant, same battery capacity, but it's got 50S batteries. And top speed went from about 31 miles per hour to 37 miles per hour. That's those are some nice improvements. So this video is just going to be first impressions. Again, it's been quite a while since I've gotten a new KingSong wheel. And by the way, so I've been riding about 7.5 years now, and I have always owned a KingSong wheel. There's always been one in my collection. So at least for a while now, I'm going to have 2 in my collection. All right, the charger, and apparently this is a 5-amp charger. Let's see if that's true. This is should be an 84-volt wheel, and yep, 84 volts, 5 amps. So from all the way empty to fully charged, probably about 4 hours with balancing in there. Of course, I do have some fast chargers that I'll be able to use. I'm actually kind of excited to see this wheel and the form factor. This should be, I'm anticipating, a fun wheel to ride. So it does have some pads. I thought I read somewhere that it didn't come with pads, so That's nice. Unless EWheels threw these pads in, and they don't really come with this wheel. I don't know. Certainly if you get it from EWheels, you'll be getting what I'm showing you now anyway, I imagine. Okay. Let's see if I can get this out. Wow, like, okay, first impressions is this thing is small. There's pluses and minuses with that. Oh, this is cool. So the pictures I've seen, the sides were bare, but this comes Velcro pre-installed. Very cool. I thought I was going to have to install my own Velcro on this wheel. So let me. Whoa. I love that. Well, that is pretty cool effect. It's a countdown going on here. The pressure's on, guys. Oh God. I'm going to this is hilarious. I got a new phone and I don't have the pressure. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, I'm trying to find my KingSong app, which I haven't used in a long time, so I can turn this off. The pressure, guys, I'm nervous. Oh God. Okay, I found a KingSong app. Please connect. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Oh, oh, that's hilarious. To tell you the truth, I kind of like it though. It's the sense of urgency was like I got a bomb. I have to disable before it goes off, like in some movie. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to connect up the KingSong app because I need to update it. It's been a long time since I've run my KingSong app and it wouldn't start, so I need to update it. So I'm going to update the app and I'm going to connect up so I can turn off the transport mode, and I'll get back to you in a second. All right, guys. Well, I should have looked at the label on this side of the wheel, and it says for the first time you must connect the power supply. So that's how it deactivates the transport mode, which is interesting. I don't think the S22 was deactivated like that, but it's been a long time. It's been a couple years, so I don't recall. But that's how Veteran deactivates their wheels. Plug them in. So that's what I'm going to do. I thought I would show you. So I'm going to turn this guy on again. Okay. I guess it's not making the sound because I don't have it. Okay. Now that's weird. So I didn't do anything and now it's bouncing and it's not in transport mode anymore, and I never plugged in the charger. Okay, well, that's an oddity. And it's got 17% charge, so I guess I will be charging it up tonight. All right, so this is interesting. Turn it off again. Turn it on. So I don't know. Now I don't know why it's balancing. Sometimes it. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Let me plug it in just for the heck of it. Rather odd behavior. Okay, it's plugged in. Charging, made some noise. Okay. I'm going to unplug it. I'm curious if it's behaving weird again now. Okay, it's balancing. Okay, I'm going to assume that I'll look at the app to see if there's when you pull, it doesn't make sense though. If you pull the trolley handle up, why would it stop balancing? All right, I'm going to play around with this a little bit, but let me put this up on the table so I can take a closer look at it. All right, I figured out what was going on with the wheels not balancing randomly. I thought it had something to do with lifting this up, but basically there's a sensor. So on the rear, which is metal, that's nice. So you can pick up the wheel with these two handles, and as soon as your finger touches some sensor in the back here, it stops balancing. And you can turn that off in the app too if it bothers you, but my sense is that's not going to bother me. That's really convenient having a touch sensor. There's no button, and yeah, looks like a little pad. It's kind of like a mouse pad, so it's no moving parts. So that's nice. So first impressions, so many elements of this remind me of the S22, which is interesting. I mean, there's differences, of course, but you can definitely tell the heritage. Now, I've got this view. I stuck the pads on. These pads are definitely made for this wheel, so they're not generic pads that EWheels threw in, because the pads have a shape to them that matches the shape of this top part of the panel. So that works good. I haven't put this on yet. I'm assuming this is, I can't see any pictures. I haven't found any pictures on the web with this installed. Or no, I take that back. I found some website that had this pad, but it didn't show any lower pads. And this has to be, you're going to want something that your foot can lock in here. So let's see. I got my shoe here. It's I haven't ridden it with it yet, but at the highest position, it looks like my foot's gonna just barely get in there. I'm not sure if this will be usable with the boots that I normally ride with, but I'll see. And of course, I have other alternative pads I can use with the wheel, so I'm gonna try using the pads that came with the wheel though. And again, I really like the fact that everything is pre-installed. It's really nice, so you don't have to deal with that yourself. Let's look at the charge ports. Okay, you can see that it comes with 2 charge ports, which is nice. And these seals look, these rubber gasket covers look pretty good. They're nice and deep, but a disappointment for sure is the fact that they've gone with a unique pin configuration for this charge port. So I don't have any, I can't use any of my fast chargers or other alternate 84 volt chargers for this wheel. So they give you 2 charge ports, 1 charger, and yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, I don't think I'll be using this wheel for any place I need to fast charge it, but still, you know, why didn't they go with now a standard charge port? Oh well. While I have the camera pointed here, I just wanted to show you a couple things which maybe could be a little better. These aren't critical wires, but these are the 2 wires that go to the beeper. It's located right back here, and I'm sure they'll be fine, but I don't know, sometimes you like to see you don't like to see loose wires like this up here. You can see all these RGB lights all over this wheel. Here in the back there's lights. This is a wraparound light that acts as a tail light. Let's see, you've got these lights, which are now, they're calling them running lights because you don't actually have the headlight on. Let's see if I, there. You get the headlight on. Got different brightnesses. And that's the daylight running light. And in the app, you can configure all these lights a million different ways. But what you can't do, as far as I can tell right now, is turn them off. And I know that will probably bother some people. Here are the Bluetooth speakers, and also the speakers that all the various sound effects come out of. And you can fortunately control those sound effects, and you can actually turn them off. I haven't seen any setting to be able to turn off the beeper or to adjust the beeper volume, but I'll keep looking. It's odd that they made this very, I don't know, very visible, this speaker. I will let you know if it gets in the way of my legs, but I have stood on this wheel once and didn't seem like it would be touching my leg, but I'll let you know as I ride the wheel. This is what they are calling the instrument display, which of course is also very reminiscent of the S22 display, but higher resolution, and it's obviously displaying the battery level 7%, letting me know it's very low. But you can also configure this when you're running to show the voltage, current, and speed. I have not seen a setting yet to let me adjust whether it's imperial or metric. I hope I'm not stuck with metric. And also I've noticed in the manual that it says the speed starts getting limited at 30% battery. I don't know what exactly that means, but I will find out as I ride it. Pedal seems nice. It has these cast spikes, which actually are pretty, some of these, it looks like half the spikes are really protruding quite a bit. So I'm anticipating this to be fairly grippy, but of course it's nice to have even better pedals. Unfortunately, these are not compatible with the S22 spikes, and I don't know about the S19. They're definitely smaller pedals, but the same basic style as those other wheels with this flip down mechanism, and I can't see any way to adjust the angle, and looks like they have a little bit of a dihedral, not much though. So once again, kind of a pain for the companies that make aftermarket pedals, but maybe these are compatible with S19 and someone is already making pedals for it. kickstand, again, is very much like the S22, which I actually like quite a bit. It's very stable. Let's take a look at the shock. Again, very reminiscent of the S22, except this does not have any compression adjustment. So you can adjust the rebound and the preload. And that's it. Apparently it has almost 90 millimeters of travel. And I'm really excited to ride this with the little sliders and see how cushy of a ride this happens to be. Back to the lights, I wanted to point out that like the S22, it also has this kind of a ratcheting mechanism that allows you to adjust the angle somewhat of the lights. Again, I'll check out how these function as I'm actually riding. And there seems to be a setting in the app about light brightness. I don't know if it's this. It doesn't seem to do anything, but it might only come into effect when I'm actually riding the wheel. So we'll see. Look at the tire. I do not recognize this name. Manlung. Manlung. It's a 3-inch by 12, so 12-inch rim. The actual diameter of the tire, as I measure it, again, is about 18 inches. So even though it's called a 16-inch wheel, again, compared to what we used to call 18-inch or 16-inch wheels back in the old days, this would have been considered an 18-inch wheel for sure. Looks like a nice tread pattern, kind of like an all-purpose tread. We'll see how it feels when it rides, but looks cool. Trolley handle feels nice, pretty much like the S22. There's a lot of resistance at the bottom, and then it slides up easy. Not really locking, but feels pretty good. A little wobbly, but as trolley handles go nowadays, this is one of the sturdier ones. And you know, my first impressions of this wheel have been very favorable. Lots of metal. The battery packs are all metal. Everything I can see on the side is metal. Just this is plastic, this part's plastic, but everywhere you lift up, well, the bottom frame is obviously metal, so it feels very very solid. And I gotta tell you, it's kind of nice to be able to pick up a wheel. It feels so light. So I'm really looking forward to feeling how this rides. I have a feeling it's going to be just a really nimble wheel to have fun with. And I'm hoping it's got a plush ride, because if you watch my channel a while, you'll know I prefer the plush ride rather than a real firm ride for my suspensions. So I'm hoping this will be on the plusher side of things. Well, I think that's it for my unboxing and first impressions, which are positive. And I'm going to down to 6% now. So I'm going to fully charge this thing up, and then tomorrow, which is Sunday, New Year's Eve, I'll take it out, probably just do for a little quasi range test, do a 25-mile river loop, get a feel for how it rides, get a feel for the battery, the range I might get on it, and go from there. I got some good ideas on how I can have some fun with this wheel. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful, and until next time, safe riding.